Women over 30s, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I am so lost. I've never been so lost in my life. I haven't dated anyone for like 2 years, almost 2 years. No kissing, no hugging, no loving, no sexing, no nothing, no nothing, no nothing. I needed to do this for me. I needed to discover certain things about myself. And now that I have discovered it, I know what I want. So I'm actively looking for my tribe. My person, my forever person.
Point in my life where the hookup scene was where I was at is what I did. Sometimes I thought that I had to do it to be accepted, that if I didn't do it, then I would be looked over. And then other times I thought since I was already in that lifestyle, then what was the point of stopping and getting out of it? And then other times life was just hard and my lack of self-discipline was very real.
I'm gonna cry. I've just realized that I have become single 30-year-old woman with 3 children driving a minivan checking out other dads. Okay, this is where my life is.
Talking about how the hookup culture is literally the most toxic place there is. So this is me when I was deep in this culture, thought that this is what you're supposed to do in college and this is what's fun. I would literally cry every single night because I was so depressed. I was addicted to lust, addicted to literally getting my fulfillment from using guys. But then would go home and literally bawl my eyes out every single time. It is so toxic, but so many people are saying that this is like normal and this is like what this society, culture, whatever, that is what we do. And it is literally so empty. Like I can't. I really can't.
The problem is, all the relationships that I had with men were not about love. It was about survival for me. I know how to fuck. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to seduce a man. I do not know how to love a man. And then to have a son, because of those choices that I was making, y'all, and I got pregnant really, really fast. I got pregnant within 90 days of knowing my baby daddy. And we don't talk about this shit because it's embarrassing and it hurts. It fucking hurts. And I'm mad with me. I'm not mad at men. I'm not mad at my life. I'm mad at me because I don't know how to fix me. I don't know how to fix it. That's accountability.
Any relationship I have been in with a man has taken a lot from me and given me very little in return. And for the last couple of years, I've been making like such a concerted effort to analyze that and heal the things inside of myself that are not setting me up for success in relationships. And it's like the point of no return, right? Because when you stop giving men the benefit of the doubt in ways that has burned you historically, you just spend a lot of time alone and a lot of time learning to sit with that aloneness and a lot of time trying not to sink into despair around the idea of spending the rest of your life alone, and also despair surrounding the things that you've lost forever because you gave them to the wrong men. So on a lot of days I have a pretty positive attitude about it, and on a lot of days I think the hard work I have done and am doing is leading me to someone else really special. But then there are days that are just not so easy. But now I know hookups are not for me. I used to be like a year ago. If you asked me all the names of people I hooked up with, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, wow. Sex is sacred.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to tell you something that the rest of the world won't. You don't need to have a hoe phase. I got a DM from a girl that's kind of like my age, and she asked me if I thought that that was like a necessary part of life. All her friends are telling her like this is the time of your life to like sleep around, be promiscuous, not get emotionally attached to guys, just like hop around from one guy to the next. And she's like, do I need to do this? My opinion is no. Nobody needs to do that. In fact, I think there are a lot of downsides to the whole hookup culture in general, and this idea that before you can settle down, you need to like go crazy. And I think it's really ironic that the like postmodern feminist movement right now kind of seems to be pushing this idea of like, you know, women should be promiscuous and like, cause it, you know, makes them feel more like equal to men. I I don't think that that's true. I think that hookup culture, according to the studies that I've looked at, harms women, and it doesn't fulfill what women really want. It fulfills what toxic, like, non-committing men want, but for women it usually doesn't do much. Regarding hookups, men and women were both asked the same kind of questions, and the reason for hookup regret for women was that they felt used a lot of times, and they kind of regretted that. And for men, their biggest regret was that the woman they were with wasn't attractive enough. How is this empowering for women to tell them to just go, like, sleep with these kind of guys? Like, that's not empowerment, honey. You don't need to do that.
So recently my therapist told me that I should try to not sleep with someone on the first date. And, like, she meant it in the least slut-shaming kind of way, just more so the fact that I personally have the tendency to do things backwards when it comes to dating. But all my past relationships, I've been physically intimate with them before being emotionally intimate, if that makes sense. And so when she told me I should try that, obviously I agreed to that it was a great idea because it's something that I haven't really ever done before. And guess what I did on Friday? The exact opposite. I mean, in my defense, they do say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And, like, in my defense, we did have a really good conversation before stuff happened. Like, we talked for a few hours about life, got pretty deep, and I'm just coming up with excuses. And, like, I do this to myself where I only, like, hook up with people that I like as a person, which usually means that I see some sort of potential relationship there. But then that means, like, after we're intimate, I just form a stronger connection to them and inevitably get disappointed when that's all they wanted. But, like, with this guy on Friday, like, I fully went into it telling myself, no, this is just gonna be something casual, like, nah. And then he ended up being way cooler than I expected, and so obviously now I kind of have an attachment. Like, I've done casual hookups in the past, so I know that it's something that I can do, but I feel like there's a disconnect on what my expectations are for a casual hookup versus what a lot of other guys' expectations are with casual hookup. If it's gonna be a casual thing, I am not opening up to you. You are not knowing about my personal life at all. Like, friends with benefits is a lie. It's just stranger with benefits who you trust. Like, going back to this guy from Friday, I had, like, a pretty strong emotional connection to him based off of the few-hour conversation that we had. And part of me is like, well, did he feel the same way too? Or is he just the type of guy to open up to everyone and then just have sex with them and move on with his life? Like, in real life, he seems like a great guy, and I want to get to know him more because I had a lot of fun, and, like, I felt the butterflies and everything. But then over text, I get the complete opposite, where either he's a really bad texter or he just wants to hook up. I guess time will tell with this one, but I'm definitely gonna have to clarify the next time we hang out, if we hang out, what his expectations are going forward, because if it's just hooking up, I don't think I can do that because I've already emotionally attached to him.
So as usual, these are 30-year-old women who now regret hookup culture. I am not even surprised by this because this is not my first time coming across a group of women who regret it. Now my question is, do they truly regret their actions? And why are they only regretting them in their 30s and 40s? Let's look at some of the comments that came in and see what people had to say about this particular video. The first comment says there is no such thing as a 304 face. You are a 304 for life. Ladies, remember, once a cheater, always a 304. Oh my god. These videos make me wonder, did they not think about the long term after building their careers? This is a very important question. The reason many men at the same age do not care is because we have been dealing with this since entering adulthood. One guy in the comments saying he is happy, she is miserable, is sick. This is why I am glad that male loneliness is growing. Well, male loneliness is growing, but I do not see men crying on TikTok, so I do not understand your point. It is sad to see how many women believe this feminist propaganda and now regret it. But you see, there are consequences when you make these choices. When you do this as a woman on social media, all you receive is mockery from men. Do not be desperate, sis. Okay, alright guys, this is where I am ending today's video. Please get involved in the comment section, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it for me. I hope to see you in my next video.
Bye.